Hey folks, got kind of a different video we're going to do today. I have people from all over that reach out to me that want to learn practical skills that becoming more rare, at least in the US nowadays. Skills that are practical, maybe traditional old skills, useful around the home. And I actually have somewhat of a homestead, I guess you call, but these are things that used to be very common and are valuable skills. What am I talking about? Well, one of those old school practical skill sets is producing food, prepping food, cooking food. And we got a lot of people today that they think these are skills that are not important. But I tell you, with this inflation going on now, some people that reach out to me, they want to learn and revive these skills of how to plant stuff, how to grow stuff, and they want to know what I know. I'm maybe a little more advanced than some of the people that are reaching out to me, so I try to share my skills. Some of the people that reach out to me, they want to come over and eat my fish. Those of you that know, I built a little micro mini lake that has bass and catfish and bluegills and red ears. Red ears and bluegills are perch, if you don't know. And they reach out to me. They don't want to learn these old school valuable skills that are valuable to them as an adult or valuable to their spouse, or some of them are single. These skills that will make you more valuable as a potential spouse. Some of these people that reach out to me, they don't want to learn, they don't want to do, they want to come over and eat my fish, eat my fruit, eat my vegetables. I had someone just recently that want to come over and have fun and eat the fish and have a party, a fiesta. And I asked them, one was married, one is single. I said, what's your plan basically for food security? And I got these blank stares like, what are you talking about? I had to break it down. Basically, when you're in a situation of food security, you or your family, your household, you don't have to, be in fear as much. There's always a risk that, with the distribution chain failing, that we could have food shortages. But people who have these old school skills about growing and planting and prepping food and cooking food, they are less at risk of being hungry and starving and going without food. Particularly here in America, there's so much opportunity for people who are willing to get their hands dirty and get in the soil. They have more power to be able to produce food and to mitigate and offset this inflationary time and stuff. So didn't mean to go on that long. So I'm going to show you some projects, because one of the excuses people have about not being able to do anything as far as food production is they say, I don't have the space. I live in an apartment. Well, let me just show you. Let's start here. Let me get a little stick pointer here. All right, so what you have here, these are mustard greens. I took some seeds. I'm experimenting with growing stuff in basically a plastic bin that I didn't buy. It was given to me. Somebody didn't need him. They gave me multiple of these plastic bins. So the bins are free. The dirt was mostly free. I think I might have added some fertilizer in it, maybe, I don't know, 20 cents worth of fertilizer. And so that's a plastic bin, free, that are repurposed. Uh-oh, you're hearing one of my roosters, one of my guard roosters here in the greenhouse. I built this greenhouse, by the way. It's, let's see, it's 400 square feet on dimensions, 10 feet by 40 feet. By at the tallest point is probably like about 7 feet. I built it, See, my foreparents they had some gumption. They were very industrious, even going back a few generations where they didn't have much formal education. This is the kind of stuff, they just had ingenuity and willing to get their hands dirty to provide for their spouses, for their husband, their wife, family. Oh, now here, So this is actually just a box that some groceries came in, and I threw some plastic in, and I'm growing greens here, and threw some mustard seeds in this. It's just a dull. I think it was a banana box that you can get these boxes free at, you know, Walmart or Sam's Club or Costco. They got them just sitting over there. You get a box, get some dirt. If your dirt is already, you know, fairly rich where you in your yard, you may not even have to add fertilizer to it, and then just buy a little few seeds, throw it in there, boom. Now what you're seeing back here, so those are two projects you could do quite easily in an apartment. So don't give me that excuse, I can't grow anything. No, you don't need a 400 square foot greenhouse to start with. I've been, you know, experimenting a while, and my dad, he's master gardener level back where he is, and when my mom was living, she'd go out and pick peas and greens and stuff out of his garden. So I did have some people, my parents, even other people on my mom's side of the family. I had uncles who had chickens in the city. They lived in different cities, but in the city, whether it was legal or not, I don't know. But if you have hens and not roosters like I have hens, you know, the female bird and roosters. Roosters make a lot of noise, but, you know, check with what you can, you know, get away with in your city. But hens don't make a lot of noise, and they will lay eggs. And you don't need the male bird. I'm giving you tips right here for you want to up your game and be more valuable as a potential adult or potential spouse. This is some old school stuff you're not going to see in a lot of these dating books, but these these skills make you more valuable. So a box, cardboard box, and some plastic, dirt, seeds. All right, so this next one I'm going to show you is this is kind of a these are rare plants. These are native, they're naranjilla, and they're also called lulo. Naranjilla, or aka also known as lulo. And they've got sharp spines on them like a porcupine. You got to be careful with these. But they have sort of a sour sweet, the fruit is a sour sweet taste, and people make juice from them. I've actually eaten them directly when I was with a missionary up in the mountains, I don't know, 4,000 feet above sea level in the Dominican Republic mountains. My missionary friend, who's from Colombia, was growing these and allowed me to taste some. I tried to get some seeds from him. I couldn't get some seeds from him, so I had to get seeds from another source. And these are the Colombians, they know about these. And so we're growing this in a plastic bin. All right, you could do this inside of an apartment even. I've got it in the greenhouse here because in North Carolina where I'm at, it does get cold. We do some winters get snow, but in this greenhouse I can control the temperature not to get, you know, too far low to kill these off. But if you got this in an apartment, just be careful, because these spines will hurt you bad. If you got kids, that could be, you know, maybe an issue there. If you have little kids, that would get themselves hurt. But in an apartment, you could have this if you're up, you know, high in an apartment, upper floors, and you had this on your deck during the warm time. You could actually pull it inside during the coldest time if you're in a place that gets cold. So no excuse not to grow something. What you're looking at here, this is it's actually a grapefruit tree. It's a flame grapefruit. That should hopefully give me some grapefruits, maybe around December. In a laundry basket, I just took, what is this, like a $5 laundry basket, and some burlap that I had was given when I bought some other things from the nursery, and they just gave me a bunch of burlap to hold down what I was buying from them. So the burlap was free, maybe like $5 or so for the laundry basket. The tree, how much was this grapefruit tree? I think it was, I bought it this winter, so that had been about 5, 6 months ago, something like that. And it's growing, except for the dark stuff on it on some of the leaves. Don't worry about that. This is gonna hopefully do well. And so maybe, I don't know, maybe about 20 something, give or take, for the tree. $5 for the laundry basket. Free for the burlap sack. The dirt. I actually had, there was a gentleman that had horses, and he was just, I mean, really wanted somebody to just come and take some of the fertilizer away. He had piles that would be 2-3 years old, already broken down into good fertilizer. All I had to do was just take my truck over and pick it up. So I got loads, I don't know how many loads of that, and had a pile back and got some of that age fertilizer and put it in. I'm not sure if it's this one. I've used it around in the greenhouse, so that was free. Mixed it with some of the soil around here, which is mostly clay, which is not that nutritious for plants, but mixing it with that free fertilizer and some of these projects that they're going. So anyway, that's that. All right, so let's move a little more quickly. So what we got here, this is a lime tree and a laundry basket. Similar setup as just what I just showed you. What we got, this next one here, this is, I lost a tag from that, but I think that may, let's see, that's either a lemon or a lime. On this one here, this is a key lime. There are different kinds of limes. I got 2 different kind of limes, and you can see there's little limes on this one. Look, see here and here, we got little limes on this. Now let's try to explain what's here. This with the sort of the bugs are eating this. I've already gotten 4 harvests out of this that were just full of greens, mustard greens. And I just set this to the side. I thought I was done after 4 harvests, and it started trying to sprout do something a bit more. So we'll just let it sit and maybe water it a little bit, see what it does. What you see in all of this, I don't know if you can see these little Christmas light shaped tomatoes is what these are, okay? And you can see here, down here, some of them are turning red. I've already picked a number of these. And let's see, up in there, I need to pick that one back there. But, they're starting to, now, and it's growing all over there. What these are, they're volunteer tomatoes. Sometimes when you plant hybrid seeds, which are hybrid tomato plant seeds, they've developed in the lab or whatever and crossbreed a couple of different kind of tomatoes, and you plant those seeds, you get tomatoes. The tomatoes may be good, but the seeds in the tomatoes you get, they may not produce the same exact shape and consistency of the plant that you got the first time you planted hybrids. But because I have chickens and there's like a little overripe part or something, the chickens love the tomatoes and they may eat the tomatoes. And chickens make fertilizer when they poop, which is high in nitrogen. The seeds, after they eat and the part they want, they may not totally eat or digest the part of the tomato scraps. You end up like this, where tomatoes start growing on their own. They're called volunteer tomatoes. So I didn't even plant these, and they're growing next to one of the chicken pens. I've got that rooster in there because the roosters, even if they're raised together, they start fighting if you have them in the same pen. So that's why he's there by himself. So he doesn't, he and his brother, they got to fighting, so they got just blood everywhere, and I got a stick trying to break up the fight. So it's for his safety that he's there by himself. He's not being mean. It's so he don't kill his brother or his brother kill him. That's how roosters are. Hens aren't like that, but the roosters can be like that. What we have, let's see. We've got behind this wire, which is wire I had from some a pallet that I had bought some building materials. The wire was, I repurposed it and made kind of like trellises that not only the tomatoes, but there are cucumber vines growing all up in this. And as I'm seeing, there's a cucumber over here that I'm gonna, or maybe a couple of them, that I'm gonna go ahead and pick. Okay, so this one, the vine it was on kind of dried up, and so it's kind of a light green. Most of them are dark, so but these are still edible. We juice the cucumbers here on the people like me, raising stuff, and you get maybe some stuff you'll eat and you get an abundance of things. My father, back where he is, even when I was a kid, our family would juice fruits and vegetables that we grow. It's healthy for you, and it's so much better than what you're gonna get in a can that's been sitting on the shelf, and is really, a lot of it's just flavored sugar water. Okay, so we're gonna set this down here and show you some other stuff going on here. We'll try not to forget those cucumbers. All right. Oh, this is lemon, Verna lemon tree in a laundry basket. See, these things in the laundry basket, you could, even if you're in an apartment, again, I'm beating it to a pulp, you can put it on your deck in a warm time of the year. You can pull these inside when it gets to, cold, and, some places even get snow. We occasionally get snow here. So don't tell me, I don't have 6 acres like I have. You don't have 6 acres like I have, so you can't do anything. Come on now. To secure and help in these inflationary times, you need to just start growing a tomato tree or something. Not a tomato tree, a tomato plant. Start with, it's inexpensive. Do it even in an apartment. Learn, start. You may not be where I'm at, but if you start, then you're much more valuable as an adult to your community, especially to your spouse. Now, ladies, you may not be able to build a structure like I built here, but you can grow a tomato. All right. I've got a few mandarin orange trees. You can see these already have these are Satsuma mandarin orange trees in a laundry basket. Satsumas, mandarin oranges. Satsuma mandarin oranges. And you can see some of these are starting to turn, ripen. Oh, behind you here, these are, with these big flowers here, these are zucchini plants. Oh, there's a zucchini in there. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna let that, see right there. I'm gonna let that grow bigger before I harvest that. And then more volunteer tomato plants, just volunteering on their own. And then what you see here, these are more, these vines are some more cucumber vines. I've got cucumbers growing all in here. I've gotten so many pounds of cucumbers, it's unbelievable. Then we have, then we got some, oh, I better, yellow crookneck. Let me get my knife and get that yellow crook. There's one big enough to harvest there. All right. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Yellow crookneck. It's a form of squash. I'll pull it out. You can see it. This is not staged. These things are being so prolific and giving me such good produce this year. So you can slice these in little round things and saute them with some bacon in the pan. You got something good. Maybe throw some corn or something in there. Let's see. So this is a raised bed I made. If you got a little yard, even this is something you can do. More wire I've repurposed and made a trellis, because in the same bed I've got sugar baby melons growing. Let's see. And I've got this part of my burlap I cut and put in this trellis to hold these sugar babies. Oh, this one might be ready to pick soon here. Really one of the things I'm looking for when I pick these is this little tendril here that's close to. When that turns brown, this little tendril, when that turns brown, we're gonna start thinking about picking that. I had some snow peas growing. Oh, what is this? This is another key lime. You can see, ooh, there's a little lime growing on there. What is this one here? This is a Lisbon lemon. There. This is I don't know if I like the way this is looking, but I've been trying to baby this. This is another mandarin orange satsuma. I was growing some snow peas, and we got some snow peas. It's kind of hot right now, this time of year, August, here in southern part of North Carolina. I'm probably gonna in the fall plant some more snow peas. There's an area back here. Do you see that sort of wood frame there? That's gonna be, I'm gonna plant some fall stuff, fill that with earth and maybe some fertilizer. All right, so now I want to show you this. What is this? About 6 feet of lots of tomato plants here, and this was growing in a plastic bin, like you saw the 2 naranjillas I showed you at the beginning. I was just growing these tomato plants in a bin like that. They were doing so well that I cut the I got the bin from around them and then let them, put them down in the dirt and added some fertilizer and some dirt, and they're doing fantastic. I don't know if you can see, but they're yielding a lot of tomato. I've harvested a lot of tomatoes already, and this is I think the word is indeterminate, where if you keep the temperature up enough on these, then they will not die, these plants. And even in this greenhouse in winter, I may still have tomatoes. All right, so what I'm going to do is try to pull the tomato plant back and show you my biggest naranjilla, like I showed you before. Naranjilla, also known as lulo. This is a laundry basket, and we sometimes get all kind of deals on stuff, freebie stuff. Got some freebie earth potting mix that was nutrient dense for troweling. You know how sometimes people get products to try. I used some trowel product potting mix that was enriched with kind of like fertilizer type nutrients, and I put it in here. I think I added some earth, and this baby, this naranjilla, this lulo, you can see it is really stretching out. So maybe maybe sometime next year we'll have some fruit from this lulo. Let's see. Let's show you this. This is a passion fruit plant. I got this as a little 3-inch plant earlier this year, and have been babying it. Oh, this is, I repurposed the old washing machine tub. That's what this is. So this is free. And I've been babying this, and I'm trying to train it to grow all up into the ceiling of the greenhouse. This will give you, they call them granadilla. It's really the passion fruit family. That's what this is, all grown up in here. So that'll be interesting. I got some tomate de árbol. In Spanish, that's a tomato tree. They're not really tomatoes. I think they taste like tomatoes. Another thing that I tried when I was up in the mountains in the Dominican Republic, and you can't really, let me see this, that little plant. When you buy seeds and grow stuff, it's much cheaper, but it takes more time, more care, as opposed to buying plants, which are more expensive, but it's a shorter grow time because they're already plants. These are cayenne peppers, the cayenne pepper plant I'm growing in this 5-gallon bucket. Something you can do in an apartment, 5-gallon bucket that I had and repurposed it. Here, I don't know if this is going to work, but I've got some more sugar baby plants that I germinated from seeds. It's probably too compact to grow all these different these are all different kind of melon plants. Sugar babies, California cross, I think, one of them, and Christmas sweet. We'll see how this works. That might be too compact to get all of these melons growing in here, but we'll see. Some of this is experimentation and you know, trying and learning. That's part of how I learn stuff, but then also watching some of the masters. We're going to try this little mandarin orange from one of my mandarin orange trees. Oh wow, that citrus smell is so powerful. It smells so good. Yep, mandarin orange, grown in North Carolina, not in the tropics. You can do it if you can control the temperature to keep it from getting too cold, which I so far have been able to do in my little greenhouse. Alright, the smell is just so aromatic. Alright, so let's do a taste test. A little taste test here. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. Ladies, get you a man who's willing to help you build at least a little greenhouse or a structure where you can, any time of the year, snow, winter, summertime, heat, you can grow your own fresh citrus fruit. The thing about the mandarin oranges and lemons and the limes, the ones I have, they'll actually bear multiple times a year if they have the proper nutrients and they're healthy trees. You keep them healthy and you keep the temperature right. So I'm looking forward to lots of fruit, year-round citrus fruit. Okay, I got stuff going outside, but we got to cut this video off now. But this gives you an idea. Get you some. You should, if you got, all things being equal, if you got somebody, your boo, your person courting you, all things being equal, if one person, let's say you got two people you're considering, and one person, and they're both equal except for one person has these old school practical skills, some kind of hands-on practical skills like food production, planting, growing. You need to keep in mind that maybe, especially in hard economic times, something you need to maybe wait and value that person a bit more. All right, didn't mean to go so long. We're gonna cut off there. Until next time, give me some comments, positive comments, some likes, and share this video with your friends. Show this video to your boo and see what response you get. If they are like one person was saying, no, they have excuses and they just want to come over other people's house and eat their food and they won't even grow a little cherry tomato, that's telling you something. It's telling you something. All right, take care, folks. Till next time.